I'm finna show you bitch-ass niggas why I am the creator of horrorcore.
What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore.
I'm Ganxsta Nip. I got a skillet, about to cook me some onions. Cutting circles out these rappers, niggas looking like Funyuns. The coroner say he about to check out the torsos. The number of spectators is equal to 4 shows. My homie Jordan King say I'm cold as a popsicle. The strength in my shoulders can simply hold up a hospital. Funeral Saturday, pray for him Sunday. By Monday, watch what happens on Tuesday, Jumanji. A bungee cord, watch me go and jump off a building. If I die, nobody cry, just show the footage to children. I'm the god of horrorcore, never once was a faker. Got a knife the size of a diesel, but thin as a windbreaker. At midnight is when I come out the tunnel, packing something with the bullets about the size of McDonald's. When it's beef, motherfucker, don't you get caught flossing. Bullets hit your ass in Houston, make you flip over Austin.
What's
nigga.
Your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore.
It's the landlord, niggas better come out the closet. What's your routing number, nigga, for direct deposit? Cause it's rent time, I make no deals today. I got gas, lights, water, cable bills to pay. Pay your homage today, or shed tears today. Last week you told me your check clears today. Keep it real today, how you feel today? I'm putting rub and alcohol in NyQuil today. You feeling ill today, you got the chills today. As I watch you die, I'm bumping Johnny Gill today. Like my. You sure look dead. You bought some beers today, hollering cheers today. I got some niggas with me hollering, swallowing ears today. I'm in a mood today, like I can't lose today. Salt and pepper got you looking like some food today,
What's
nigga.
your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore.
Man, sit your bitch ass down.
Yes, sir.
Pull up a chair.
Yes, sir.
You need a light?
Yes, sir.
J Blast, give him a light.
Cigarettes.
Look, I'm finna ask your bitch ass one motherfucking time.
What's that?
You hear me? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Bitch ass nigga.
No.
Who created horrorcore? It was you, Ganxsta Nip. You're the creator of horrorcore. You're the creator. You're the innovator, the motivator. No one can beat you doing horrorcore. Okay, old bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I can respect that. So look, since I'm a humble guy, I'm a great guy.
Yes, you are.
People, you can ask anyone. So I'm not gonna kill you.
Oh, thank you.
Just like I told you.
Thank you.
D-Tag, crank up the chainsaw.
What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your name? Ganxsta Nip. What's your legacy? Nigga, I created horrorcore.
Oh yes, bitches! That was Ganxsta Nip, aka Psycho Nip, the creator of horrorcore, and we have the creator of horrorcore in the building. What's up, Ganxsta Nip?
Yo, 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 what's up, what's up? Welcome, everyone.
Shit, he got all his personalities with him.
Yep, this is the Nothing Sacred interview. I am Cruise Control as well. We got Maxwell here, Silverhammer here, and we do have the creator of horrorcore. Man, I gotta start with something real quick because I wasn't a big into different kinds of rap back in the early '90s, right? So, but I've known Maxwell for like almost all my life. So we hung out back then all the time, and he's always been into this style of music. So back in the day, when he said, "Oh, we got Ganxsta Nip coming," I'm like, "Are you serious?" Because I remember hearing about you back in the early '90s and shit. So, thank you for coming on to a little hole in the wall here. If you hear a fan in the background, that's because it's hot as shit. I don't have air in here, and I'm not gonna do this at a fan. But anyway, thank you for coming on tonight. So first thing I want to ask you real quick is back. So when did you release your first album?
The album actually came out late. You know, it was. Let me think. I think it was finished late '91, but it came out in '92.
Okay, and right around.
But it was actually finished in '91, though.
Okay, so it was finished in '91 and came out in '92. Now, obviously, you have a different slant, and as someone who was part of the creation of horrorcore, how did you decide it's like coming at it with a different angle, or was it really something you thought about back then? Like, hey, I'm doing something a little different here. Or was it more just like, I'm just doing what I'm doing, and then you realized after that it was something a little bit different than the normal? Because at that time, it's all gangsta rap, all that kind of slant to it. While you kind of came at it with a different angle, right?
Well, my idol was Ice-T, and it still is Ice-T. Rap-wise and music-wise, my idol is Too Short. That's why my music is real funky, because I get the funk style from Too Short, but the hard rhyme style, I was listening to Ice-T, and I was mesmerized about, how hard his rhymes were, 82, 83, 84, and, stuff like that. I couldn't get over the fact that how hard this brother was, was coming. So I knew I wanted to be a hardcore rapper, not knowing that the horrorcore was already in me. So I would write my songs, and then they would always go to the left, meaning the extreme. So it was just more than gangster rap. So it was so far to the left. So I had to, call it something else. Like my first song was horror movie rap. That's where the industry coined the phrase and the genre horrorcore. See, they got it from my old song. People think it's called Tisket or Tasket, but it's not. It's actually called horror movie rap. That's where horrorcore comes from, that song.
Damn, man. So
I had a question for you, man, because I heard through the grapevine that you had a song back in the 80s called something about Nip versus the Devil or something like that.
Man, back then, I it was so many songs, man,
I just wonder if we could ever hear some of that stuff, some of the old shit that you used to do, like way back.
Well, you probably have to get in touch with Dopey, of the Terrorists. Shout out to the Dopey who created the Southport Coalition sound, the scary sound that we use, that we all use, So he probably would have all of that stuff, man. Some of those songs I don't even really remember, man, just to be honest.
See, Max is such a good fan.
I just remember that, the songs were horrible. You feel me?
Horrible in the sense of, like, evil, or horrible in the sense of, like, just bad, because it was your early stuff? Like,
no, it was all, it was never really evil. It was just original.
Right.
That's what I called it. It was an original style. Even though, gangster rap was created by Ice-T, I just wanted to do something different, not knowing that difference was already in me. See, it was already in me to do. I just didn't have a phrase or a genre to call it. I called it psycho rap. That's why my first album was called Southport Psycho, because I called it psycho rap. The industry called it horrorcore from my first song, which is horror movie rap.
So you really are the creator of horrorcore. How does that feel, man, to have created a whole genre and to see over the last 25, 30 years this shit just take off and expand into so many different ways and influence so many different people? It's got to be pretty incredible.
Well, sometimes, man, people, it feels good when people hit you up and acknowledge that. A lot of times, people really don't want to acknowledge things and give people their creative props. And that's all I ever wanted, people, to do, was to just give me my props, from what I deserve. I wrote the Chucky for Bushwick. That went gold and platinum. I have a gold plaque and a platinum plaque. I hit Billboard 2 or 3 times with no promotion.
Mm-hmm.
South Park Psycho, Psychic Thoughts, I never had a video, wasn't getting any radio play. That's how you know I'm the creator, because my name is worldwide, and, I hit so hard on the underground to where people, it just spawned, its own genre. So they had to name it something, so that's where they got horrorcore from.
I'm wondering this, man, because the Ghetto Boys started to dabble with a little bit of that too, with Mind of a Lunatic, and like you said, you wrote Chucky. Did you kind of have a little hand in inspiring some of their more horrorcore-ish type subject matter? Because you're both from Houston.
Well, Ghetto Boys was always an inspiration to me. Let's just get that clear, because Scarface was the one who found me in the club. And then he brought Jay Prince to hear me. And once he did that, and then that's when I got signed the very next day that Scarface did that. So shout out to Scarface, which is, a great inspiration for me. Shout out to the guard Willie D, which is a great inspiration for me. And shout out to Bushwick for allowing me to write Chucky for him to help spawn his his individuality as well as, my own.
Game recognizing game, basically.
Already.
Man, you know what? Now I could tell that you. At first, I didn't know it until I heard in interviews you said you wrote Chucky, and then now when I listened to it, inside his chest they found 10,000 pencils. That only is something that comes out of your mind. Only you say shit like that.
Yes, you're right about that. But I give credit for Bushwick because the way he said it. See, he still had to rap it and make it hit on the record. Mm-hmm. So that's what I give Bushwick the credit, and the Ghetto Boys and Jay Prince the credit for allowing me to do it. See, that's what it is. See, one thing about me, I'm not I don't hate. I like to give people their props. If it wasn't for Bushwick, Willie D and Scarface allowing me to do that, and Jay Prince, then I probably wouldn't be here right now. So it's just a blessing, man. You feel me?
Here's a funny thing, man. So you actually spit a rap for Jay Prince in the bathroom?
Yes, I did, and Jay Prince is Jay Prince. Jay Prince took me in the restroom with a lot of the bodyguards and stuff. It was just me and them, and I was just in there busting my hand up against the mirrors, bleeding and
shit,
licking my, licking the blood up. Shit, man, I was wild back then. I was just raw, man. It was just raw, and this was a Friday night, and the next day I met him like 12 o'clock. That following day, which was Saturday morning, around 12, and he cut me a check and he signed me. So shout out to Jay Prince, man. I'm always down with Rap-A-Lot and Jay Prince, for life, and the Ghetto Boys.
So how many albums do you have now, man? Like, obviously you started off with Southside Psycho?
Probably about 13 or 14. I have the Greatest Horrors coming out around August.
Oh, nice.
Which is going to have all the the horrorcore songs on one album. So that's coming. Then I have I have the Brother Nip stuff, which is the conscious stuff. Soldiers Only Part 1, Soldiers Only Part 2. Coming towards the beginning of next year. If it be the will of God. So I have a lot of things coming, man. But the Greatest Horrors, look out for that, because that's a monster right there.
Oh, well. Speaking of albums and that we were talking about, obviously the greatest Creator of Horrorcore and the other songs that we're going to be showing tonight, that's off your newer album, and is that the newest album you put out?
Yes, sir. That's the Creator of Horrorcore, and it's out everywhere in
right.
every digital store. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. Everywhere you look, the album is there. The album is doing great. if I may add, is one of my biggest albums. I'm getting a lot of promotion, a lot of interviews, a lot of talk, a lot of people from websites talking about it, talking about me, in good ways, like really like I'm supposed to be getting my props. So this album is really, giving me my props, and I thank you guys for having me on, because this is only furthering my props.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. The album is dope. And let me just say one thing, man. I love how you got Nickel Nut, Drunk D, to spit on that H-Town anthem.
Man, Drunk D is a legend, man. It's one of my close friends. We have 2 or 3 more songs coming, together. That's one of my best, friends, in Houston. So, and plus, look out, he has his own personal album coming too. Oh. So it's just an honor, man, for me to, to hook up with Drunk D, the Nickel Nut, and get that H-Town. We got a video coming out for that too, and just a blessing, man. So look for more stuff with me and Drunk D, and I also have Big Mike.
Oh shit!
Shit!
People was looking for Big Mike. I was blessed to catch up with Big Mike and put him on a song with me and K Reno called "The Rich and the Poor."
Oh, that is Big Mike on there. Yeah.
That's Big Mike. And Big Mike has stuff coming out, and Big Mike is an extraordinary rapper, man. The Something Serious and all the convict stuff, all that stuff went gold. You know what I'm saying? So Big Mike is a legend. The Nickel Nut, Fifth Wall Boys. We legends out here. I'm just blessed to still be here, man, and hooking up with those brothers and making great music.
That's sweet.
Nickel Nut has not lost it. I would just say, man, he's still as dope as he was back in '93. It's just like, wow, just picked up where he left off.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of actually collaborations, we're actually going to go into a song in just a couple moments. Another one with K Reno. Now, what's interesting to me about this is you talk about this shit happened back in 1985 or some shit. Was this based off some kind of real experience, or was this just some crazy ass song? Speaking of the song we're talking about is Battle of the Gods. How did that come about? Is this actually based on some real thing, or what's? I know obviously the lines in the song. I doubt if a lightning bolt struck you and you dived out of the way of a truck, but still, or.
well, it derives from a real battle that we had in 1985.
Damn.
K Reno went to a high school out here called Sterling High, while I went to JCH Jones High, and they were like 10 minutes away from each other, and he was the best at that time at Sterling, and I was the best at Jones. And my homie named Murder One was the Don King. If any real hard rappers, needed to battle each other, Murder One would go and set it up. So, it had to be done because we was hearing too much about each other. His people were sending me messages, and my people were sending him messages, so we had to eventually battle, and they called it a draw. Which, and that's how we hooked up as the SCC.
Huh. Well, you know what? Now this is funny because K Reno was talking at one point, I think on one of his YouTube videos, and he said there was a line that was really dope that you hit him with. The line where you said, I'll rip your vein out and use it as a shoestring or something like that. So what was the line that he hit you with that you went, oh, shit?
Man, what you mean? Which one?
Which one? Yeah, this is K Reno we're talking about.
That's why I said in the battle of the gods, if I wasn't a god, I would have instantly died from an onslaught of lyrical, mystical magic, kind of like trying to get home in Jupiter's traffic.
Yep, that's sweet. So why don't we go ahead and listen to that now? And then we'll be back in a few minutes. This is from the new album, The Creator of Horrorcore, that's out now and killing shit, literally and figuratively. So let's get to Battle of the Gods. We'll be back in a couple of minutes on the Nothing Sacred interview.
Welcome. This is the Battle of the Gods. The lyrical god K Reno versus the horrorcore god Ganxsta Nip. This is the famous battle in 1985. And this is what happened.
Hey. It's the battle of the gods. It's the battle of the gods. Hey, 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 hey. It's the battle of the gods. So what happened? It was 1985. All the rough rhyme sayers, rappers had to collide. I was hearing about K-Rino up at Sterling High, so I told Murder One, nigga, bring him by. Soon as I said that, lightning struck. So I jumped out of the way, almost got hit by a truck. So the truck turned around, headed back to the spot. Just the mention of my name made that motherfucker stop. Recognize who you fucking with, I'm from the elite. It's a trash can now sitting on somebody's street. I'm a guard, he's a guard, so we both had balance. The truck indicated he accepted the challenge. Murder One slightly tilted his brim. Anybody had a battle had to go through him. So I sent the airplane, tried to crash his head with the intent to show power, tried to smash his head. K-Rino ducked. The energy from his hand had the plane terrorized. It was scared to land, so it ran. But before it went back home, left a message in the sky. It's Ganxsta Nip from Jones. Now it's on, so you can meet me at the battleground. That's the place where hundreds of corpses of cattle found. So we met. Call it the making of history. By the way, the truck and the plane was sent mentally. Let the battle begin. Death is the only way this battle would end. Then all of a sudden, see, I felt my neck being hit with the adrenaline of 26 wrecks from a lyrical attack that only I could survive. If I wasn't a guard, I would have instantly died from an onslaught of lyrical, mystical magic, kinda like trying to get home in Jupiter's traffic. If my body hit the ground, there was no coming back. So I conjured up a cemetery counterattack. So I gathered up all of the dead souls around. It was thousands at a time coming up out the ground. So I pointed at him, then I told him to get him. It's like
Luke Skywalker, may the force be with him.
and it was. The rain started coming, we saw. It's like halftime, nigga, so we called it a draw. D-Tag, let the guitars ring. It's the battle of the gods. It's the battle of the gods. You had to be hard. It's the battle of the gods. You had to be hard. It's the battle of the gods. God damn. What a battle. Shout out to K-Rino. It's your boy Ganxsta Nip. Classic.
All right, that was Battle of the Gods with Ganxsta Nip featuring K-Rino. Known each other for over 30 fucking years. Damn, man, that's crazy shit. This is the Nothing Sacred interview. I'm Cruise Control.
Oh, he's Maxwell now.
No, he's Maxwell.
So we still have the creator of horrorcore, Ganxsta Nip, here with us. You know.
Yes, sir.
So let's
H-Town legend.
H-Town.
Actually, I wouldn't say legend, man. I would say icon, because a legend is only rumored to be true, whereas an icon is real. You know what I mean?
I can dig it.
He's like that. He's like, yeah, I'll take that shit, you know? And that's what I think is cool, man, because you were talking before about how you're finally getting your props and finally getting the respect you thought you deserved for being the creator of this genre. But you also did not hesitate to give props to and say, hey, wait, I wrote that song for, Bushwick, but he's the one who actually, helped me out in that way too. So it's a combination of things, man. You don't mind giving out the props, but you also don't mind saying, hey, I deserve my shit too.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, that's what we do. You have to give people their flowers while they're still alive. And again, shout out to Bushwick, Scarface, Willie D, and Jay Prince for allowing me to write that song, Chucky.
Mm-hmm. Man. Hey, I want to ask you, you had a DJ back in the day named 666. What, is he still around, or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, 666 is still out there, man. His name now is Triple X.
Oh, that's right.
It's Triple X, like Triple Darkness, From what I was taught, you know, God spawned Himself from triple darkness. So that's what it is, man. It's, you know, it's the same. It's the same, man. You know, just coming from the dark side of things.
You guys still work together, or is he kind of doing his own thing now?
Well, you know, X is doing he's doing his own thing. He's a prominent DJ out here. You know, I thank God for being, you know, one of the ones that was blessed to have him as a DJ. So I was blessed in that aspect, you know, for having him.
Right.
So it is what it is, man. Shout out to X. Shout out to Dope E, Egypt E, Terrorist.
Who did the production on Psychic Thoughts? Because that's beat, especially the Psychic Thoughts beat. I mean, that's great. You got that Too Much Trouble, that Making Trouble sample behind it. And then there's something that sounds like a machine. The song sounds like the soundtrack to the book Swan Song.
Oh, man. Psychic Thoughts, man. Let me see who did Psychic Thoughts. It was probably Dope E. Dope E and Egypt E.
Wow. That was amazing. You know, it was a machine. That's what I would call that album. Just every beat on there was just mechanical and amazing. It just ran like a motor.
Well, you know, Dope E and Egypt, you know, they are machines.
See that?
They are machines, you know what I'm saying?
Churning out music.
But,
so, yeah.
Hey, I like to send shouts out to my producer right now, D-Tag, the General, man. That's who did the cuts, you know, on the Creator of Horrorcoore, man. D-Tag is a monster. That's who did the Battle of the Gods. That's who did Creator of Horrorcoore.
Man, dude is dope. So,
yeah, D-Tag is a monster, man.
Now, is he connected with the Murder whatever that is, the Music Murder Show or whatever?
Murder Master Music Show. Shout out to Prez. Shout out to Mac J. You know, yes, he is.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought, because you had mentioned it.
Yeah, he's the general, man. He's the general that makes the army move.
Well,
nice.
I usually ask this question. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just like, I usually ask this question, especially of the artists who have been doing this for a long time. You've seen the music industry change firsthand. Obviously, having all these albums come out from that time in the early '90s, especially with hip hop or just any genre, but just the music industry in general. How has that evolved for you over that time? And how would you say? Do you say it's better now for you now, or what are the opportunities because of all the different distributions now, or worse? And what are your feelings about how everything has grown and changed since you started doing this back in the day?
Well, I actually think it's better now because we have more creative control over, you know, what we say, you know, what we do. We all have our own, you know, different labels. My label is called Psych Ward Entertainment, you know, and we own, you know, 100% of our publishing, 100% of, you know, of basically everything. So, you know, I cannot, you know, it was good back then, but to be the owner of every aspect of your album makes it better for me right now.
Probably a lot.
And, you know, for what's going on right now, you know, with the new artists, man, you know, a lot of cats be having, you know, they have problems with, you know, with the new stuff. I don't, because I don't knock no man for what he does and have to survive in which he survives. So I would rather see, you know, these cats rapping than coming through your window. So shout out to all these new young cats. You know, keep doing what you do and just, you know, keep rap going.
That's an interesting viewpoint. Well, you know, man, it's probably not as attractive now to get signed. You know, like back in the day, that was the thing. Oh, man, I want to get signed. I want to get picked up. Where it sounds like now it's moving more towards you doing, you know, being more independent and having more control of your music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I say, you know, it's a better time now for the OGs because, you know, we can send our album through TuneCore. You can take $29 and put your album on TuneCore, and it takes you through 34 different, you know, online digital outlets. See, so actually you really don't need a label because, you know, all you have to do is create your own label, run your album through TuneCore for $29, and you're automatically in every digital store.
Yeah.
You feel me? And you getting all of the streaming money, you getting all of the download money, which are two different monies. You know, everything is coming to you. So you cannot beat, you know, everything that's coming to you. There's no middleman in that.
Yeah, no middleman. Yeah. Do you also
that's the beauty of it.
Do you still do studio work, or do you do a lot of stuff like, hey, I'm going to send you this shit through Dropbox or some other place like that, and just do it, or do you still go to studio and actually do it in a full-fledged studio? How do you get your shit together usually now?
Oh yeah, I go to the studio, you know, all the time. Shout out to Jay Blast for Blast Off Studios. You know, I go to the studio. I like quality. I like quality work. That's why when you hear my album Creator of Horrorcoore, you can hear that it's quality.
Well, it's not just that album. Everything you've done is quality, I think.
You know, definitely. But nowadays, you know, technology has advanced, so it's even more quality now than it's ever been. And I think that I've evolved as a rapper from, you know, South Park Psycho to the Creator of Horrorcore. I think I'm just way better now than I ever was because I've mastered all aspects of my style, including the business aspect. That's the difference.
Yeah, and also getting older, you just learn shit, and life just kicks your ass. So you kind of learn humility, you learn perspective, and that kind of stuff. And also, you know, you just learn how to kind of take things as they come. But in terms of the studio stuff, so because we've done some studio stuff before, I've done it before, and it seems like it's just a mindset. You get in that room, you get in that soundproof place, you're all focused on that shit for several hours or however long you're there, or out days sometimes, I'm sure, just for one song or getting everything right. So yeah, I would assume that's something that definitely does show in the production value of your stuff. So
yes, you know, it takes me an hour, you know, to do a song. By the time the hour is over, my song is ready for record. It's being mixed and mastered. So when I come out the studio, it's actually ready for record. Then I just move to the next song.
Wow.
That's how I do it.
So do you actually, how do you, in terms of like lyricism, I always, this is kind of where my slant is too on a lot of this is how do you come up with a new concept? Do you have a beat in mind first and then kind of work around that? Or do you kind of lyrically write first and then kind of work that into that? Or is it kind of a combination of that? How do you come up with new creative shit?
Well, what I do, man, you know, I contact D-Tag, the general. You know what I'm saying? I ask him to cook me up something that's real good that I can eat. Then I eat it. You feel me?
He makes a body for you.
Yes. You know, I just ate me a body. You heard? So D-Tag is, like I say, D-Tag is the general. And once he sends me something that I like, it's over from there. I just write to the track.
Okay, so you kind of write to the track more than like just writing, kind of fitting it. Because some people I know don't really care what the track is. They kind of just we've had different people that say, "Oh, well, I do my shit. I write my shit like on the bus, and then I kind of work it to the track." But you actually get that stuff first, and then you kind of like mold it around the music.
See, the problem is a lot of times, you know, cats, you know, when you get a track, each track is different. So each track makes you rap differently.
Yeah.
So when I get a track, you know, I just zoom in to that particular track and I just come up with a style for that track because each track makes you rap differently. So, you know, it wouldn't be smart to just write your song and then try to match it with a track, because if you write to the track, it's going to automatically match.
Yeah, it probably also gives you that kind of, you get like creative vibes from, oh, this reminds me of you know, like cutting up somebody or, you know, or eating a body, you know, like, so you're like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna write this about that. So I'm sure that all plays a part too, like just the different sounds of the track and how it makes you feel probably inspires you on what you're actually going to be writing about too.
Yes, sir, you know. That's why I have the best producers under my belt. You know, I thank God for my homie D-Tag, the General. You know, like I say, you know, without him, you know, he's brought me back, you know, totally. You know, even though I never left, but I still needed the beats to match, you know, my rhyme style. So he had the beats and still have the beats. And, you know, as long as he's there, it's easy for me to match up things because his hooks to his tracks, they already are saying something. So it's easy for me to put a hook there, or it's easy for me to write to it because it's already there. That's the beauty. That's why I call him D-Tag the General.
Wow, man.
You know we just eat bodies together.
He guys, that's all it is, man. It's just a big butcher shop. You guys chopping up bodies and eating them. So what? I actually heard some talk some time ago, man, that you and K Reno were thinking of doing a collaborative album. Is that still in the works or in talk, or what's the deal?
Oh yeah, we're secretly doing a little something, you know, secretly. You know, I will tell you this.
Secretly.
It's gonna be called the Wizard and the Psychopath.
Oh man. That should be interesting.
Max is having to hold himself together right now because he's.
Hey man, they got a great mic chemistry. If you heard Takeover or you heard Price on Your Head, you know, busting rounds, all the shit they've been on, it's just been awesome.
And also, you know, like I say, the rich and the poor, you know, Break the Chains on the Brother Nip album.
Oh yeah.
You know, we've been together for, you know, we've been together for 30 years, so you know. I know what he's gonna do. He knows what I'm gonna do, and you know, it just makes for a great song because he's the god of lyricism. I'm the god of horrorcore. You put the two gods together, and with a D-Tag track, now that's 3 gods. And then we take it to the Murder Master Music Show. Now that's 4 gods. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're surrounded by good people.
Man, that's
what makes everything, you know, click.
But let's get into the third
let's
song
eat a body, huh?
Actually, no, that's going to be the last. We're gonna end with that one. We're gonna go into Rent's Due right here first.
Oh, Rent's Due, yeah. All right,
so,
all right.
Rent's Due.
Hey, look, check it out. You know, for the people that don't know, this is rent time, man. You horrorcore rappers, your rent is due. You either pay homage or you pay rent.
See, I was wondering.
Either way.
I was wondering about that. We'll talk about the meaning behind this song in just a few moments. This is Rent's Due from the new album that he's out now on all the different various distribution platforms out there. Creator of Horrorcore. We're with Ganxsta Nip on the Nothing Sacred interview. Back in a few.
Most important thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work, family. Never forgetting where we came from. Thank you, Sean. See, you are what you are in this world. That's either one or 2 things. Either you're somebody, or you're nobody. Where's my money?
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Oh, what you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do? Huh? What you doing? You gonna shoot me in front of everybody? Huh? Come on.
Y'all niggas better run. Why? Cause the landlord's coming, rent time has just begun. Why? Cause he want his money, y'all niggas better run. Why? Cause the landlord's coming, rent time has just begun. Why? Cause he want his money.
You can't be ready. Bitch, I'm sitting up eating body bag spaghetti with a fork that looks more like a machete. You know the blood stays cold a long time in a Yeti. Hey, I think I'm Mario Andretti. The way I race through your bloodstream, hold that steady. It's rent time, nigga, I don't play no games. Cause you have the body and I'll eat the brains. Nigga, hold that down. Ain't now motherfucker who can hold his crown. Hey. Point to the nigga, I'ma make him drown. When they pulled him out the water, he's 1,000 pounds. That's right. Pay homage or we at war. Come out, wherever you are. Hey. Natural blood spiller, cause the landlord's back and it's rent time, nigga. Hey.
Y'all niggas better run. Why? Cause the landlord's coming, rent time has just begun. Why? Cause he want his money, y'all niggas better run. Why? Cause the landlord's coming, rent time has
his money.
You owe me no landlord, we ain't paying. No more rent, nigga, we ain't staying.
Oh, really?
Shit finna get crunk. Got your newborn child tied up in the trunk. When I ask you for the rent, you should say yes, sir. Got 2 pit bulls in the trunk with her. Hey, so now you wanna pay that off. When the dogs haven't ate, they'll foam at the mouth. I called your phone, you wouldn't answer that. I left a voicemail, you wouldn't call me back. I know you hear that growling, the same type of sound when the wolves are howling. Open up the trunk, let me see that there. All the money in the world, I wouldn't be right there. Beat me at horrorcore, how the fuck you figure? Cause the landlord's back and it's rent time, nigga, hey.
Y'all niggas better run.
Why?
Cause the landlord's coming, rent time has just begun.
Why?
Cause he want his money, y'all niggas better run.
Why?
Cause the landlord's coming, rent time has just begun.
Why?
Cause he want his money.
You can pay by credit cards, checks, or cash. If my money bounce, nigga, that's your ass. I'm in your house with a baseball bat. Bitch, where's my motherfucking money at? Where is it? I'm about to break some bones. Stick your hand in the engine while the car's still on, motherfucker. This how we do, you haters. Got the cops saying, arrest that alternator. Hey, spark plugs ain't nothing but tasers. The fan on the radiator cut like razors. Transmission fluid and the power's turning. Or you can just simply spend an hour burning. Set you on fire till your body quit. Like some charcoal sitting in the barbecue pit. He didn't pay homage, that's the blame. Wow. The lighter fluid only elevates the flames. Hey,
y'all niggas better run.
Why?
Cause the landlord's coming, rent time has just begun.
Why?
Cause he want his money, y'all niggas better run.
Why?
Cause the landlord's coming, rent time has just begun.
Why?
Cause he want his money.
Oh yeah, bitches. Rent time. Ganxsta Nip talking about shoving a body under a hood.
Yeah.
and
while the car still long.
So what? So you were mentioning before. This is another second interview with Cruise Control, which is me and Maxwell Silverhammer. We got Ganxsta Nip here, the creator of Horrorcore. Off that album was Rent's Due. So you basically, because I was wondering, because I was like, Rent's Due. I understood the kind of concept. It's almost like karma. It's almost like, hey, pay your respects. But what exactly did you mean by that specifically? Because there's a meaning behind that. So.
Well, what it is, in the song Rent Time, and I have another song, Eviction Notice, and I have another song called The Landlord. See, I'm the landlord of horrorcore. Everybody else is just renting a room.
Mm-hmm.
So it's rent time.
Rent time.
Come pay your homage. Pay your homage.
Mm-hmm.
Like you pay your rent to the one who owns the house.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Pay your homage because I created horrorcore, and I will just say this, no one is ever going to beat me doing horrorcore because that's what I was born for. You're not going to beat Michael Jordan playing basketball. You're not going to beat me doing horrorcore. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. So when you see the landlord, your rent's due. You pay homage.
You pay homage.
That's what you do.
Man.
Also karma, man, because those who don't, it's going to come back at them. Because if you don't recognize where you come from, then you can't really grow. You have to know what came first and what started this and what actually inspired you. Because, as a couple other horrorcore artists who may have been not necessarily more well known, but just more well publicized outside of some things, or in that way. I'm sure it's good now to get that kind of homage. That rent is kind of being paid now. Are you getting more of that now as people get
people recognize, people realize,
Yeah. Yes, I'm getting. It's like, I made my actually first album like, I say 91, man. It's 2018. That's like 27 years, and I'm still the hardest. You know what I'm saying? I'm still the most creative in horrorcore. A lot of times cats, their rhymes are really not vivid. See, horrorcore is movie writing. It's vivid and it's high detailism. If you don't have the vividness nor the detailism, then it's not horrorcore. People say, look, little simple things, but I turn a simple thing into a detailed simple thing. That makes it extraordinary. That takes it to a higher level. That takes it to a higher vividness. I'm just not gonna cut you with a knife, I'm gonna cut you with the, you know,
a knife that's as thin as a
windbreaker, like the third rigid of the knife.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Or like,
that turns everything around. It makes it higher. What's it? The third rigid of the knife.
Yeah,
not just cut you with a knife.
Or the knife is so thin like a windbreaker.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great line. A knife like a diesel. What do you say? The size of a diesel and thin as a windbreaker.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
That was a sweet line.
The size of a diesel, but thin as a. You see how detailed that is?
Mm-hmm.
It's the size of a diesel, but thin as a windbreaker. You know how thin a windbreaker is?
Yeah, it makes me think of Michael Myers walking around with this big ass thin knife.
Think about being in some real cold weather and you have a windbreaker on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a rain poncho.
Oh no, this is thinner, man. Those windbreakers, these are like these really thin things. They're not even actually jacks. They're so thin they just basically stop the wind from hitting your body. So I remember these old. They used to give them away at the old like AAA baseball games, man. These little ass, these fucking light ass,
passing them out.
Yeah, windbreakers that are like made from like plastic and cost about $1.50 to make. But yeah, so let's go into actually at this point, you know, what's going on now. Obviously, you got this album out. When was Creator of Horrorcoore released? When did you get that out?
I think it was like April the 24th, and you know, it's doing real good, man. I mean, like real good. I'm getting a lot of rent paid to me, a lot of homage. You know, for being, you know, 27, 28 years later, and like I say, I'm still, you know, the best. That's the most creative, you know. If you look on the album, I have songs like "The Pizza Man," you know what I'm saying?
What's
Creator
that about?
Horrorcore.
What is the Pizza Man about, man?
You know, the Pizza Man. It's just, you know, like a horror movie saying, you know, like, for example, you know, he's delivering the bodies. You know, he's not delivering pizza. You know, now 1 to the 2 to the 3 and 4, pulled up to your driveway, open the door, you know, pull the curtains to the side. What you peeking for? This is Domino's, nigga. Who this pizza for? Bad attitude. Now you gotta treat me cold with your fingertips looking like some pizza rolls. It's a pizza man, nigga. Now you're begging me, please. Got you sitting up looking like some hog head cheese. Hamburger, thin crust, nigga. Who's inside? I mean,
yeah,
come
great.
on, man. It's just
that's dope.
It's so much,
man. Except it's not hot and ready. It's cold and ready.
It's what you say. It's not hot and ready. It's what?
Cold and ready.
Cold and ready. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know.
You gotta serve that with a side of spaghetti, body bag spaghetti too. So,
man, you know what I want to ask you
spaghetti.
is, you know, I know you're doing it independently and everything, but if you had a chance to sign with somebody, who would you sign with?
Man, I think, you know, I would like to sign with Eminem, man. You know, people used to try back in the game. They used to try to get me to, you know, be against Eminem or whatever, man. You know, I'm not against anyone. You know, I'm not a hater. You know what I'm saying? Eminem is one of the greatest lyricists, you know, out there. Shout outs to M. Shout out to D12, because, you know, I have Bizarre from D12 on my intro. So I would love to sign with Eminem. I would love to sign with Eminem, Jay-Z, you know, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because if you listen to Eminem, his stuff is a lot. There's like that horrorcore vibe to his stuff, so you know he was influenced by you as well. There's no question about that, because his stuff, some of the stuff, you know, talking about some of the stories he has, you know, just the vibe of horrorcore is a storytelling type of device. Some of his stuff has that vividness and that kind of like, you know, that
shocking
type of horrorcore stuff. So you know he had to have been influenced by you as well.
Well, you know, I'll leave that for him to say, but I will say that, you know, Eminem is very vivid, very graphic, because he's a great lyricist. See, that's what you get when you're good at what you do. Like I said, shout out to M, shout out to Bizarre, rest in peace to Proof. You know, when you're good at what you do, you're gonna elevate. You know, Eminem from the beginning to now, he's elevated tremendous. You know, he's far greater now than he was back then. So like I say, that's why I wouldn't mind signing with him because he's one of the greatest lyricists out there. So again, if you're listening, come get me.
Come talk with Nip.
Do you think the mainstream, and I know horrorcore has been definitely more mainstream lately, and that's probably maybe a little bit that has to do with the success of your album, the newest album, Creator of Horrorcoore, which is out right now on various distribution platforms. but if you do you think now is the time where it really can become mainstream or just more mainstream? Because obviously for a while it's like, oh my gosh, they're talking about cutting people up. They're really going to cut those people up. Oh God, they're going to influence. Oh, it's going to be awful. It's almost like horror movies in the early 80s. But do you think now is it ready? Are people ready for that to really break out?
Yeah, I think everybody's ready for it now. You have to understand, nobody's getting mad at Stephen King and Steven Spielberg for making horror movies.
That's true.
They cut bodies and heads off. Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, Chucky. So I think that it's been out long enough that people are most definitely ready for it right now. And me being the catalyst, in horrorcore, it's a perfect time for someone like Jay-Z, 50 Cent, or Dr. Dre to come get me to go on and just further the genre, because once you got the creator, that's all you need.
It's a strange double standard, though, man, because people revere horror movies. Everybody loves Jason and Freddy and whatnot, but for some reason, they still got this nasty stigma about, Ganxsta Nip, Insane Poetry, any of those guys. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do, but, they have to listen with the proper mind state, man. It's like going to the movies, paying your money to go see something like Jigsaw. That you're not saying that when you go to the movies and seeing your money because you know that it's a movie, and that's what horrorcore is about. Horrorcore is the movie vividness without the screen. So you don't need to scream when you listen to me because my rhymes are so vivid and so graphic and so detailed that you will see it in your mind. And that's what horrorcore is, and that's what a lot of horrorcore rappers are lacking. You feel me?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Some of it sounds very, there's some really good ones out there too, but there's some that are just very generic, like some of these kids coming up, it's just like, oh man, some of this is really bad. That's the way it is
with any kind of music, though. Especially, when your imitation is the nicest form of flattery, but sometimes that imitation you can't imitate because you have to have the ability to do so. Yeah,
you're right. Like for example, how Kobe came in after Michael Jordan. That was a great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm a big Kobe fan, so I understand it. People say, "Oh my God, he's imitating Jordan." Like he's actually pretty damn good at it too. So maybe you should just.
He's pretty damn good at it, and I'm a big Kobe fan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the ultimate Michael Jordan fan. I like the creators of things.
I like
but at the same time, when
Mike
out. Left, I love Kobe because when Mike left, I had no one to turn to that reminded me of Mike.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about Kobe. He reminded me of Mike, but he also had his own swag with it.
Yes.
So that's what I love about Kobe. Shout out to Mike and Kobe, and that's what it is for me.
That's killer instinct.
I never really was a Chicago Bulls just all around team fan. I was always a Mike Kobe fan. It is what it is because they had the wow factor with them. You can't watch Kobe and not get up and run. You can't watch Jordan and just stay in your seat because you're going to be wowed out.
Yeah,
and that's the difference.
And you're also gonna know they're gonna want to rip the hearts out of everyone rooting against them, which is kind of horror. Yes, they're like the horrorcore of basketball because they'll ruthless.
Yes.
Man, wow.
What do you what's going on, man? What's up next? Why don't you go ahead and tell us where we can find all your stuff? Sorry, Max, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, that's just what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact.
What are you up to now? What can you tell us everything about where we can find it? I'll put some links down below underneath on the page. So
well, yes sir. Well, I have the Greatest Horrors Volume 1 coming, couple of months. That's going to be all the horrorcore songs on one album with the addition of about 3 or 4 new ones. That's going to be a monster because if you haven't heard the, you know, my stuff that's on my label, Psych Ward Entertainment, you'll get it all on the same CD, and you're missing out. You know, especially albums like The God of Horrorcore. You know, I did that a couple years ago, and H-Town Legend, and Psych Swag the Horror Movie, and Still Psycho. You know, so it's a lot of more other songs that, you know, people need to hear. And, you know, the Creator of Horrorcore is out right now making noise. You can get that, you know, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and anywhere online that you think of, it's there. And that's the beauty of it, man. It's a monster album. It lets you know that I am the creator. You know, I have a song that I did for Michael Jackson off the Thriller. I call it Killer.
Yeah, that's
Man, that's a monster. Very, very, very creative. I even did the Vincent Price part. Darkness falls across the land. The chainsaw chops off every hand. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, man.
Even the laugh came with me. You feel me?
You just had to do it. You know, a lot of cats go in the studio and they, you know, they have to create things, sound effects. You know, it came with me. Killer. You know, that's in me. So I don't have to do all those studio tricks because it's already in me. That's what makes me the creator of horrorcore. You know, also the god of horrorcore.
Well, we are going to wrap this up like a Christmas gift. With
we're gonna eat a body, man. Here's the body we're gonna eat.
Ate a body. We're gonna wrap this up like a Christmas gift, and listen closely. You understand what I mean in just a few moments. Thank you very much for coming on to our little hole in the wall, man. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming on. And on that note,
sir, my pleasure.
All right.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And I'm Cruise Control. And that's the story there. Bitches! This is I Ate a Body from Creator.
That was a nice little ending.
It was. Here, Creator of Horrorcore. Get it out now. Ganxsta Nip. I Ate a Body.
Yo, it's your boy Ganxsta Nip. I'm back to let you niggas know that I am the creator of horrorcore. I'm talking to all my flesh eaters out there. Flesh. You know what I'm saying? My homie JK told me to get y'all niggas. It's for my white boys who love rock and roll. The spirit of a psychopath got your soul. It's the SPC, nigga, we don't fold. We take the steering wheel, run your car off the road. We slow down and watch the car explode and creep right by, rolling cruise control. We chunk up the deuce while the ladies dancing.
I'm Ganxsta Nip, the Black Marilyn Manson.
Knock at your door, let the psycho in. Melendez brothers kill your parents again. I'm trying to find a way to bring Charlie back. Let the motorcycle club bring the Harleys back. Sitting in a dark room with a speck of light. Ate a brain yesterday, I want the neck tonight. D-Tag make the guitar sing a song. We can bring Charlie back if you sing along. Sing.
I just ate a body, homie. I just ate a body.
Hey.
Chillin' at the party. We was chillin' at the party.
Hey.
Met her in the lobby. Yes, I met her in the lobby.
Hey.
This is just a hobby, homie. I just ate a body.
Roll over, baby, give me a kiss, that's my boo. Not knowing it's a corpse in the bed with you. Every day, you start to watch her grow old. If you really love this woman, you would keep her cold. When it's time to have sex, she's a pleaser. Nickname, you can call her Miss Freezer. Put her back in, you gotta keep her stiff. Gotta wrap that bitch up like a Christmas gift. Call me Santa Claus, put her under the tree with a note saying, ain't nobody fucking with me. Call me Ted, or call me Mr. Bundy, man. We had sex last Friday to Monday, man. Even though she dead, still tried to use me, man. Pussy good, so I brought her back Tuesday, man. Still having ate, it's getting late again.
Ganxsta Nip, the Black Norman Bates again. Sing.
I just ate a body, homie. I just ate a body.
Hey.
Chillin' at the party. We was chillin' at the party.
Hey.
Met her in the lobby. Yes, I met her in the lobby.
Hey.
This is just a hobby, homie. I just ate a body.
You ask why? Do eyes say these things. A body tastes good with some navy beans. You can add rice, you can bake some bread. If you want, I can teach you how to bake the head. Split it down the middle, now you got two sides. To achieve this goal, you have to have two knives.
What else?
Last thing to do is yank the two eyes. For dessert, you can call this shit two-head pies.
Hey.
J Blast, Deep Tag, K Reno, Jordan King, Murder One, Sniper, Rapper K. You know what I'm saying? The whole SBC. Get y'all some plates, get your forks, get your knives, get your napkins. You know what I'm saying? It's a party. Dig in, kill, sing.
I just ate a body, homie. I just ate a body. Hey. Chillin' at the party. We was chillin' at